Let's take a wild ride around the world, from mountain peaks to floating fields, to explore 10 of the strangest, most fascinating football stadiums ever built. These aren't your average concrete bowls. They're engineering marvels, bizarre creations, and sometimes just plain weird. Let's dive in. 20. Ottmar Hitzfeld Stadium, Gspon, Switzerland. Perched 2,000 meters above sea level, the Ottmar Hitzfeld Stadium is the highest football ground in Europe. Built in 1985 in the tiny mountain village of Gspon, it sits on the edge of the Swiss Alps, and the only way to reach it is by cable car. That's right, players, fans, and even the referee take a lift up the mountain before kickoff. 19. The Float at Marina Bay, Singapore. Imagine playing football on a pitch that floats. The Float at Marina Bay, which opened in 2007, made that dream real. Built entirely on steel pontoons, this floating field measures 120 by 83 meters and can hold up to 9,000 spectators in the nearby grandstands on shore. It's located in the heart of downtown Singapore, surrounded by skyscrapers. 18. Stadion Gspon Dolak, Imotski, Croatia. Tucked into a dramatic sinkhole beside a 200-foot cliff, Stadion Gspon Dolak looks like something out of a fantasy movie. Built in 1989 for NK Imotski, it seats around 4,000 fans, but feels a lot bigger thanks to its jaw-dropping backdrop. From one side, you can see the old town of Imotski. From the other, the vast blue lake below. 17. Estádio Municipal de Braga, Braga, Portugal. One of Europe's boldest architectural stadiums, Braga's home ground is carved directly into a granite quarry. Opened in 2003 for Euro 2004, it cost about 83 million euros and holds 30,286 fans. Designed by Portuguese architect Eduardo Souto de Moura, the stadium has only 2 stands, one along each sideline. Behind one goal is a sheer cliff of granite. 16. Sapporo Dome, Sapporo, Japan. Opened in 2001 for the FIFA World Cup, the Sapporo Dome is pure science fiction. It has a full-sized retractable grass pitch that slides in and out of the stadium on air cushions. When football's being played, the field rolls inside. When it's baseball season, the grass slides back out to soak in natural sunlight. The whole process takes around 5 hours. 15. Adidas Futsal Park, Tokyo, Japan. In the middle of Shibuya, surrounded by skyscrapers and neon lights, sits one of the world's coolest and strangest pitches, the Adidas Futsal Park. Built in 2001 on the rooftop of the Tokyo department store, 10 stories above ground, it's a 5-side pitch with synthetic turf and netting on all sides to stop balls from flying into traffic. 14. Mabatho Stadium, Mahikeng, South Africa. Built in 1981 for the short-lived Republic of Bophuthatswana, Mabatho Stadium is one of the strangest-looking sports arenas on the planet. It can hold about 60,000 people, but what makes it weird is the layout. The stands are shaped in a bizarre geometric pattern, with odd angles and mismatched seating tiers that make viewing the pitch almost impossible from certain sections. 13. Veltins-Arena, Gelsenkirchen, Germany. Opened in 2001, the Veltins-Arena is one of the most advanced stadiums in Europe and one of the quirkiest. It's the home of Schalke 04 and can hold 62,271 fans. The roof is fully retractable, the pitch can be removed entirely, and there's even an underground beer pipeline that pumps fresh Veltins straight from the brewery to taps around the stadium. 12. Estadio Hernando Siles, La Paz, Bolivia. At 3,637 meters above sea level, this is one of the highest professional football stadiums in the world. Opened in 1930 and renovated several times since, it seats about 41,000 fans and is home to the Bolivian national team and local clubs like Club Bolívar. Visiting players struggle with the thin air. Oxygen levels are 35% lower than at sea level. 11. TD Place Stadium, Ottawa, Canada. Known locally as Lansdowne Park, TD Place Stadium has one of the most unusual designs in North America. Built originally in 1908 and rebuilt in 2014, it holds about 24,000 fans and sits partly inside a riverbank on the Rideau Canal. One side features a modern glass stand with sweeping curves, while the other retains a century-old wooden grandstand. 10. Al-Janoub Stadium, Al Wakra, Qatar. Down in Al-Wakra, just south of Doha, sits the eye-catching Al-Janoub Stadium, opened in 2019 for the FIFA World Cup. Designed by the late Zaha Hadid, its roof curves and sweeps like the hull of a traditional Qatari dhow boat, paying tribute to the city's fishing and pearl diving heritage. But not everyone saw a ship. 9. The Rock Stadium, Gibraltar. Few stadiums can compete with the Rock Stadium in Gibraltar for sheer setting. Completed in 2019, it sits directly at the base of the towering Rock of Gibraltar, surrounded by steep cliffs and the sparkling Mediterranean. The scene is surreal. Planes from the nearby airport roar overhead, taking off just a few hundred meters away. 8. ID Stadium, EI, Faroe Islands. Perched between the roaring North Atlantic Ocean and rugged mountains, ID Stadium is football at the edge of the world. Built in the early 1980s, this small ground, with space for about 1,000 spectators, is home to EB/Streamer, one of the top Faroese clubs. Its most famous quirk? When the ball flies out of play, it often doesn't come back. 7. Stadio Pier Luigi Penzo, Venice, Italy. Welcome to Venice, the city of canals, and yes, football. The Stadio Pier Luigi Penzo opened way back in 1913, making it one of Italy's oldest football venues still in use. Located on the island of San Elena, it's reachable by boat or ferry, giving it a unique, floating charm. Home to Venezia FC, the ground holds around 11,000 fans. 6. The Rock Stadium, proposed, Bucetine, Bahrain. Still on the drawing board but already legendary in concept, the Rock Stadium in Bucetine, Bahrain, could redefine how we think about football architecture. Announced in the late 2010s, this proposed 30,000-seat stadium will be carved directly into a desert cliff, blending nature and modern design in one breathtaking form. Imagine a stadium literally inside a mountain. 5. Timsah-Arena, Bursa, Turkey. They don't call it Timsah-Arena, Crocodile Stadium, for nothing. Opened in 2015, this 43,000-seat home of Bursaspor looks like a giant crocodile ready to pounce. Its roof and exterior mimic reptilian scales, and the head of the creature literally wraps around one end of the structure. At night, the stadium's LED-lit eyes glow green, adding to the effect. 4. The New Lawn, Eco Park, Nailsworth, England. Deep in Gloucestershire, Forest Green Rovers play at a stadium that's not just eco-friendly. It's practically a manifesto. The New Lawn, opened in 2006, is the world's first vegan and carbon-neutral football ground. The pitch is organic, the electricity comes from solar panels, and the food served to fans and players alike is 100% plant-based. 3. Aker Stadion, Molde, Norway. Few stadiums can match the beauty of Aker Stadion in Molde, Norway. Opened in 1998, it's home to Molde FK, one of Norway's top clubs, and holds just over 11,000 fans. What makes it special is where it sits, right on the edge of a fjord, with mountains rising dramatically behind each goal. On bright summer nights, when the sun barely sets, the view is almost cinematic. 2. Estadio Silvestre Carrillo, La Palma, Canary Islands. Set on the volcanic slopes of La Palma, the Estadio Silvestre Carrillo feels more like something out of a science fiction film than a football pitch. Built in the 1980s, it's home to CD Mensajero and can hold about 6,000 fans. The ground sits at the foot of the Teneguia volcano, surrounded by black volcanic rock and ash. 1. The Victoria Stadium, Gibraltar. Rounding out the list is the Victoria Stadium, Gibraltar's main football ground, located just meters from the airport runway. Built in 1970 and expanded over time to seat about 2,400 spectators, it's where the Gibraltar national team and local clubs like Lincoln Red Imps play. The stadium's strangest quirk? Matches have to pause whenever a plane lands or takes off. These 20 stadiums prove that weird doesn't mean bad, it means bold. These are the places that remind US football isn't just about goals and glory. It's about stories, settings, and the strange, wonderful corners of the world where the beautiful game feels truly alive. Thanks for watching. If you love the content, please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment. See you in the next one.